Hello. Um, my name is SirTimotheous. That's my handle on YouTube. And I wanted to start this channel to try and help people. And it sounds kind of weird the way I'm saying it, to just help people via videos, but I think by the end of this video you'll understand where I'm going with this. For a long time, I have seen people hurt, seen people in situations that they don't know what to do. And I didn't think that was cool, because I didn't know who to turn to, and sometimes people, even in the most extreme situations, don't have anybody to turn to. And I'm not saying I know everything. I'm not saying I know anything. What I am saying is I've been through a lot, and I would love to be able to help people who've gone through similar situations to me, or as me, or have who are going through times that they don't feel like they can turn to anyone else. I don't know if you want to turn to a YouTuber, but I wanted to be here. I wanted to open up a venue for people to be able to come and express themselves. Not just your run-of-the-mill, top 15 list of whatever could happen. And those are cool. Some really interesting things happen. Some really interesting things happen on there. But I wanted to do something new. I wanted to expand the scope of what YouTube can accomplish. They already do so much. They through YouTube, people are able to do live streams for charity and do all sorts of things that are really, really cool. But out of all my searches, I haven't seen too many things about needs, about people who need help, about people who have questions, about people who want advice, about people who want to better themselves but don't have any motivation to do so. And I'm not saying I'm, the world's best motivator, but I do like to think that I help people sometimes, people who are struggling, people who are going through things, and I would like to be able to help the world, one person at a time. That's the best way to do it, one single problem at a time. But I'll come back to that. A little bit about me. I live in Texas. My granddad used to say, if you don't like the weather, stick around 5 minutes and it'll change. And if you've ever lived in Texas, or if you have ever even been in Texas, you definitely know that's true. I love it here. It's a beautiful state. If it seems like I'm nervous, it's because I am. I've never really, other than a couple years back, whenever I posted some video way back when, I never really have done this kind of thing. Never really put myself out there. I would love to be able to help people. and I find that in my situation right now, this is the best venue to do it in. But I'm, as I said, I live in Texas. I'm a vocalist, and I'm a baritone, obviously, or not obviously. If you don't know voice types, you can't really, say much. But or you might not know the difference. But through my life, I've experienced a lot of different things. I've experienced sadness, depression, tragedy, but I've also experienced things like joy and happiness and being carefree. And I think that in all that we do, if we hang on to everything that has made us who we are, we'll continue to develop into people who really can make a difference in this world. I know some of you might be thinking, he does not look 20. I don't know if I already said I'm 20. Anyway, I'm 20. I know I don't look or sound like it, or act like it, or don't even resemble a 20-year-old, but I am. But even in these 20 years that I've lived, I still find that I've grown immensely. Now don't get me wrong, I've had things come up, and they're really hard to deal with, and sometimes I've had to have help with it, and actually more often than not I've had to have help with it. But even in that, I was able to get through it. There's nothing so big in this world, there's nothing so big that you're going to go through that you can't get through it. It may feel like the world's crashing around you and that you're never going to get out of the situation and it feels hopeless, but trust me, you definitely will be able to push through it. I started doing this, I kind of explained a little bit earlier, but I started doing this not on a whim. This was a premeditated decision. I've been watching a lot of YouTubers lately, and they're really cool people. And they did it not because they were in it for the money or anything like that, but because they had a goal. They wanted to do something. They wanted to change the world, and via YouTube, doing what they loved. And I think I could do the same thing. I'm not saying I could change the world, but I think that if I do what I love, then I can change something. One person I've been really inspired by is a gamer on YouTube named Markiplier. I've seen many of his videos. He's a really great, awesome guy. But the number one thing I've noticed he does is he connects with his viewers. And I think that's awesome. And that's what I want to do. I want to connect with the people who watch YouTube videos, and I want to be able to connect personally as much as possible with the people who I who watch these videos or hear about them or whatever means you come across these videos by. I want to be able to help. I really look up to people like Markiplier and his friends Bob and Wade, aka Lord Minion 777 and MyScrum. They all three have YouTube channels. All three are great friends, and all three are doing it for the same reason, because they're doing what they love. Now, they're gamers. I'm not saying I'm going to be doing many gaming videos. I might not do any at all, because I'm not really a gamer. But I am someone who has a vision. I do not like to think that I am some kind of super special person, but I am someone who likes to help people. I love to help people. And I also love to teach. So, all that being said, my goal with all of this is to help people and to teach people that it's okay. No matter what you're going through, whether it's the death of a family member or it's anything, it'll be okay. You can get through it. It may feel like the world's crumbling around you, but you can get through it. I know. Because I've had situations in my life where I didn't think I would ever get out of it. I felt like the world was crashing around me, and I didn't see a light at the end of any tunnel anywhere. I just felt like I was just in this pit of blackness. But I got through. I'm not saying I did it singularly or anything like that, but I did get through with the help of people, with the help of friends, with the help of family. Just, I was able to do it. And my hope is that I can touch the lives of a lot of people who are going through situations similar to what I've gone through, and be able to help them. Because there's nothing more important to me than seeing someone who's gone through a horrible situation or is having a tough time be comforted. So if you're just watching this video, or if you're just saying, man, this guy just likes to ramble, well, if you're gonna leave this video with anything, leave it with the knowledge that if you're going through a situation that's tough, you can do it. But if you know someone who's going through a situation that's tough and you can help them, do it, and you can always help them. With some people, it might just be as simple as, hey, how are you doing? Or might be just sitting there and asking, is there anything I can help you with? Could be as simple as a smile. See somebody at the grocery store, you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what their situation in life is right now. But who's to say that your smile couldn't make their whole day better? Who's to say that your smile could save a life? If it's someone that you know really close, sometimes you don't need to say anything. Sometimes people just need a shoulder to cry on. And so you don't owe me anything. I'm not saying you got to do anything I say, but I challenge you to step up if someone you know or someone you see is having a hard time. Smile. It takes so many so many fewer muscles to smile than it does to frown, but we use our smiling muscles far less than we should. And that's a tragedy, I think. But in any case, I hope something of what I've said has settled in, and it inspired you, or something stirred in you. Could be hatred, I hope not, but it happens. But my goal, as I said, is to help people and to do what I love. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video. It will be a lot better than this. People say you are your own worst critic, and I thoroughly believe that's true, because you listen to yourself and you're like, man, that sounded dumb, and that could be what somebody needed to hear, But in any case, I look forward to future videos. If you enjoyed this, subscribe, leave a like and a comment down below. If you didn't, I'm sorry. I'm going to continue doing this, though, because it's what I want to do, and it's what I'm going to do. So, this is SirTimotheous signing off. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.